magnificent job.
Alone in the dark with thousands of men. There is a God after all.
She would lose the Best Actress award that year to Jodie Foster. But Bette says awards aren't the wind beneath her wings.
You know, it means a lot in terms of, some sort of validation by your peers, but the problem is that you don't really know who your peers are. You imagine that it's other actors, but it really isn't. The entire Academy is made up of a whole group of people that you have no idea, and you never meet them, and you have no idea what their taste is.
Ironically, Bette could have won a year earlier had she accepted the lead role in the Stephen King thriller Misery.
Rob Reiner asked me to do Misery, and I couldn't do it. I said, my fans, my fans. And my husband said afterwards, when Kathy Bates got the Academy Awards, you and your fans. Look what you did.
Well, are you broads a little old to be trick-or-treating?
Bette was at her witchiest in the comedy Hocus Pocus, starring Kathy Najimy and Sarah Jessica Parker. Bette went on from witchy to bitchy, playing Brenda in the ultimate chick flick, The First Wives Club, in 1996.
Put it in there. Okay, First Wives Club, we'll come to order.
Brenda is divine. Brenda is an Upper West Side matron who has been dumped by her husband, the man she put through school and the man she cared for and nurtured and looked after and bore a son for, and he has dumped her for a younger version of herself, so she's very, very unhappy and very, very angry. Diane plays an Upper East Side matron with absolutely no self-esteem and no way to get it together, who is also dumped by a man for another woman. And then, of course, there's Goldie, who plays the diva of all time, the actress who's just edging her way over the hill, and whose vanity will not allow her to admit what's happened to her, whose husband also dumps her for a younger girl.
Bette starred with Goldie Hawn and Diane Keaton in this story of 3 women seeking revenge on their husbands after being left for younger women.
What else did you have done? Come on, Elise, you can tell me. The cheekbones, the jawline. Do you just have a little bit or the full enchilada?
I work out every day. I watch my diet. I have not had plastic surgery.
Well, good for you.
Bette is fun. She is a perfectionist. She likes things done the right way. Highly, highly professional. Much more serious-minded with her work than I would have expected.
The 3 ladies shared a signing scene, but Bette's co-stars were intimidated to share a microphone with her.
Yeah, it was intimidating, of course. I sang in Annie Hall. I sang in Reds. And that's how much nobody remembers. I mean, that's how lasting the effect was. Yeah, it's not like Bette.
I worked behind the cash register in his first store, in his first 15 stores. Yeah, well, I gave Aaron a home, and I gave him a daughter. I washed his shorts, I ironed them, I starched them.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, well, I mean, I supervised.
I was faithful.
Faithful, yes, you were faithful like a Kennedy.
Theatrical people. They shout hello to each other.
I turned down a Beetle for you!
Well, now, see, these are people who are dialoguing. And it's so important to dialogue.
In 1997, Bette starred with Dennis Farina in the comedy That Old Feeling. The pair played a divorced couple who rekindled their romance at their daughter's wedding.
The crazy diva that you thought should be, you know, with the people hanging around. What I know of Bette is the wild woman. She's not that. She's incredibly just professional and generous and bright and
hardworking and passionate.
Very.
Like, really wants to, you know, make the take the best it is, even if Carl Reiner says, hey, that was really funny, Bette, we got it. Let's move on to the next thing. She'll go, no, Paula, let's do that again. And Paula will be like, okay.
Oh, it's the worst experience I ever had in my life. I will never go through that again. The woman is mean, cruel. She hit me. She likes to hit you. You know, she hit me about 4 times, and she not with a closed fist. She doesn't slap. She really hits. Do you believe that? No, she's... You know, when you're working with somebody with that much talent, you look up and say, thank you for giving me this person. But she is just, will give you anything you need, and she's a perfectionist. That's a pain in the neck sometimes, because was my hair right? You know, was it sticking out in the back? I said, the scene was right. She says, well, can we do the scene right with my hair right?
You've got more hair.
I don't think so.
What is it, plugs?
No.
A rug?
No, look. Let's not do this, okay? Please.
I'm just curious. Rogaine. Hair clip for men?
I've laid off of your hair.
My hair is perfect.
Yes, it's perfect if you want to look like a madam in a saloon in Tombstone.
Oh.
In the movie, Bette played a Hollywood actress hounded by the paparazzi, something she could definitely relate to.
It's rough. I was sitting having a sandwich with my husband, waiting for my daughter to get out of school. Just sitting there having a sandwich on the Upper East Side, and I saw a guy across the street with a long telephoto lens, and I said, honey, that guy's taking a picture of us eating. And he said, you know, you are impossible. You think the whole world revolves around you. This guy's probably taking pictures of architecture and the gargoyles on the top of that building. He's not taking pictures of you. And 2 days later, there was the picture in the Daily News. I used to say, oh, that's not me. And now I realize, well, it is me. It's me. So I have to make the best of it. And I do.
But the stories don't stop there.
One guy chased me all the way down Madison Avenue into the Israeli Day Parade. That was about 20 blocks, and that was rough because it was the Israeli Day Parade. And I thought it was like something out of Alfred Hitchcock. I thought I was in it. You know, the floats, the chauffeurs, the blue and white flags, the payas, it was something.
I haven't worked for over a year. I can't get an agent. I can't get an audition.
In 2000, Bette starred with Nathan Lane in Isn't She Great? The true life story of a washed-up actress turned steamy novelist, Jacqueline Suzanne, who is best known for her book, Valley of the Dolls.
It's like Gone with the Wind. Only filthy. No!
I do understand her as a character. I understand that drive and that ambition and the idea that you don't want to be, don't want to have lived without leaving something behind, no matter how small a mark. Because I think that's universal. Everyone feels that way.
Even better.
I'm just a huge fan, and it's been great, you know, getting to know her. And she's very fun. I call her Feisty Spice. She's the feisty Spice. That's what I call her.
Let me see your hands. Ow!
Get out of here, you jerk!
Don't touch that beer, Jeff.
Okay, right.
I said...
That same year, Bette re-teamed with her Ruthless People co-star Danny DeVito for the black comedy Drowning Mona.
You know, in Ruthless People, it was my big thing. I tried to kill her. And now in Drowning Mona, I didn't have to because somebody already did. See, so it's like, I'm like off the hook.
I love him. I really love him. I think he has a real eye, and I think he knows material inside and out. He has a good team working for him. And this is the second time I've done one of his pictures, and the third time I've only had one scene with him. And one day I'm going to do a whole picture with him.
Bette and I go back quite a while now, ways with Ruthless People, and she was also gracious enough to do part in Get Shorty, which we produced, and we're good friends, and I love her, and we've been looking for something else to do together, and this was a really fine opportunity for us to, you know, be in another movie together.
The usually glamorous star dressed down, way down, to play the dominating Mona Dearly.
Now that it's coming out, I'm really, I'm frightened, because now I think this might be the end of my career. But nevertheless, I did have the nerve to stand up and take my place amongst these players, and they're all wonderful players, and the movie is really funny, really bizarre, really sick, and I think a lot of people are really going to identify and have a good time. So I'm there. I'm with a winning team, and I'm really thrilled.
Oh, geez. You don't find me attractive no more?
Of course I don't, do.
In 2000, Bette unleashed her own sitcom called Bette, where she played a self-loathing version of herself. The show barely stayed on air for a full season. It failed due to bad reviews and disappointing ratings. Bette is taking more time for herself these days, and she deserves it, after holding the hardest working woman in show business title for more than 3 decades. And while her songs rarely make top 40 lists anymore, her brassy bravado and cheering chutzpah will always remain her unmistakable trademark.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, darling Johnny. Happy birthday to you. Love, from your darling bunny girl, Barbara. Mwah.
Hey, wait a minute.
Nope, I only do encores for cash.